game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. The West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands deep up in the trenches. It's no difference. Fourth and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down. She real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby. No witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, they make a profit.
Today, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh, man. Alright, bro, we got this. Come on. We got to win, dude. Hope you're having a good night. Alright, bro, we got to win. 5 and 6. We are asses.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back. Out to the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
I think his task in this game is really simple.
All right, let's
eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes. But he's got to take care of the ball better.
He's got him in, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game.
There you go,
to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The numbers for Sanders last week: 13 carries, 80 yards.
And simply put, partner, we're witnessing one of the best offensive players in the league so far this season. What he's been doing has him second in rushing across the NFL, and the top spot is clearly in sight. He's confident. His blockers are confident. He's having a heck of a year.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The Panthers at 5 and 6 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. This defense for the Broncos, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
All right, Eddie.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Finding room at midfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays, as we just saw there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. That last pass might be one he remembers, Charles. He's now over 40,000 career passing yards.
And just think of the evolution of the passing game in the NFL. 40,000 at one time was unthinkable.
Nope. Oh, my God.
Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown run from Jerry Jeudy. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for Carolina. And even 40 yards turns into a long play on the post route. But he was there. What makes that so tough to defend?
When you run routes that pull extra defenders away from the middle of the field and leave it open for a one-on-one, Andrew.
As Sanders has it poked free. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From the 31, Watson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. An option handoff given to Sanders. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now it's Watson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run with Sanders. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll try to run with Sanders. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The defense slipping to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
Can I hear? Not a good sign so far.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Come on.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Piñeiro's got a good job.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And Carolina scores to cap it off.
Testing.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Now he's forced out right. He's going to launch it for Washington. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now a carry for Sanders. He's got room at the 30. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
This is up and good from Piñeiro. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? It always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis. Wilson's throw taken in here by Patrick. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Wilson will throw again. Finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Wilson, option right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Wilson. Finding Williams on the check down. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Now Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Patrick. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Wilson. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Here's Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7 our score. To throw again is Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And his kick is indeed good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll run with Sanders. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Former first-rounder Derek Brown living up to the billing on that stop. So we have reached past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets. This ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, oh, that's into a sea of bodies and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. And this one is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. On fourth down, Watson got his target, Samuel, and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's Sanders. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. Hubbard. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Panthers take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That's taken in by Dulcich. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Eluding the pressure right. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about
plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Again, Wilson got his man. It's Dulcich. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Running room down to the 32. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. On 2nd and 9, Wilson finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Patrick. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. On 2nd down, Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
3 quarters have come and gone. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and goal, Wilson, touchdown Broncos. Greg Dulcich from 3 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. The Panthers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Now Wilson. Same connection. Dulcich once again. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Patrick. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there for Carolina. 48 yards.
For a quarterback, there's 2 sides to this coin. Either he had complete faith that his guy would go up and get the ball, or his throw was up for grabs. Which one do you think he'll tell the coach when he goes to the sidelines?
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw hauled in by Washington. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. There's Wilson to throw. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down 27-24. A minute 11 to go. To throw, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Watson. And Shark calls it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Watson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Watson. Samuel bringing in the slant. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 26. Very much in range for a tying field goal as they hurry to the line. Here's Watson. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. Watson to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal. Watson now to throw. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Broncos, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.